Hey y'all, back again. Good afternoon. We have the LAPD special meeting for the Commission and the Department of Public Works in an hour. So let's get this party started. I need to get signed into that. We're gonna save that. Talking myself through it. Hey, always a minion. Let me see. We're going to go down here and we're going to open in a new link. We're going to join meeting as an attendee. Cancel. Download now. Join from browser. I'll see if it's even up and running. I'm gonna join. Nope, it is not running yet. And then we're going to go open a new link in a new tab. Join as an attendee. Open link. Join webinar. Hey Leanne. Hi King's Kid. Hey Haggis. Hey Mandy Me. No, that's okay. It's been kind of a weird week. Definitely a weird week. So we're going to squash 2 meetings into this. It went fabulous, Mandy Me. That was a great meeting. They listened. Good morning, Cajun Juju. Here is the link if anybody wants to join in. There's only one thing on the agenda, and it is to discuss the new IG. Copy link. Maybe it's to vote in the new IG. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be, I mean, it's kind of cool. It's just a different vibe, totally different vibe than these stuffy meetings. Of course, the disability community is a different vibe in itself. And I don't think Audit was going live today. I think she's going to join on Zoom also. Why is my bed all wet? I did not wet my bed this morning. Were you licking my bed? Yep, that's going to be here. We're going to cut out of this meeting and go into that meeting. What new ID? Good morning, Stephen Miller. I'm not too sure I understand. What do you mean, what new ID? Julie Goobers. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they lick my I got into bed last night and my whole blanket was all wet. Oh no, Amy, I hope everything's okay and that it's just your daughter's home. And that's a good thing. Thanks for that info earlier today. I appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes the police commission is like right on time before they sign in. And as I said, we've only got one agenda item and there's only 1 minute per person. So it's got to be on topic. Oh, let me text Little Miss Audit to make sure she's awake and make sure that she remembered that it was at 9, not 9:30. No, it's public comment for the agenda item only, no general public comment. So you can address them about the new IG and making sure the new IG will not be Scientology related or a Scientology simp. So you are correct, Peter. There is no general public comment. There is agenda public comment only. And it's limited to 1 minute. Hey, Miriam, hi again. And ooh, yuck, Mandy me. I'm glad it's you, not me. I know I'm up in Michigan, but I don't really want snow this year. And I was a glutton. I made another cup of coffee, you guys. It's a 2-cup day. Yeah, they're going to be so close together, Miriam. I decided to just keep them on at the same time. It doesn't give any info. It's either to suggest the new IG or to confirm the new IG. We don't really know what it is. It means they read your comment from the previous meeting. Well, then you're up, not you're going to be up for it again for a long time, Mandy me. Well, we don't know because it's a closed session actually. And it's probably to discuss the new IG because they've been waiting for a new IG. Florence Yu has been the stand-in IG for a while because they got rid of their IG. He went to Portland. Because it's about the IG, so you have to make it appear that it's about the IG. I personally am going to talk about how we had that last meeting and the IG, we were able to approach the IG about a serious matter, and that the IG should not have bias for Scientology, that he's not safe pointed, that we're hoping that the new person, it could be a he or a she, is not safe pointed. Just anything really you can throw in there, Ganja. Or not. I mean, this probably is going to be a short meeting. So specifically the agenda item says closed session item, public employee appointment, discussion and possible board action relative to the appointment of an inspector general. So they, all we can do is assume that they're going to or try to appoint the new IG, and maybe talk about how we would be in support of any IG that's not biased and safe pointed from Scientology. Does that make sense? I don't think they've really given out mats over at the Court for Solomon. Good, because that should be starting, or should have already started. If we have time between the Public Works meeting, we'll peek in to see how that's going. They may not understand what safe pointing is, and so you get a minute. Oop, here we go. And let me make sure that I am got my audio setting. Leave computer audio.
Recording in progress.
Raise hand. Okay. Good morning, Martha. Good morning out at LA. Chirp, chirp, she's awake.
Good morning, Commissioners, Chief McDonald, Mr. Sibley, Madam Secretary, Acting Inspector General Florence Yu, Mr. City Attorney Carlos De La Guerra, and members of the public. Today is Friday, January 17th, 2025. It is 9 a.m. This is a special meeting of the Los Angeles Board of Police Commissioners. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Good morning. Please let the record reflect that Commissioners Southers, Shields, Calanche, and Garcia are present, and we have a quorum. Mr. President.
Thank you. We welcome everyone attending this morning. The Police Commission is committed to ensuring equal access to its meetings. It is requested that individuals who require the services of a translator contact the board secretary no later than the day preceding the meeting. Whenever possible, a translator will be provided. Sign language interpreters, assistive listening devices, or other auxiliary aids and/or services may be provided upon request. All public comment will be heard during item number 1 on the agenda. We will dedicate a total of 30 minutes to public comment. Members of the public will have 1 minute on the agenda item. There will be no general public comment. The order of the speakers will be: a speaker in this room will go first. Then we will take a speaker watching today's meeting on Zoom. We will alternate between speakers in the room and Zoom for a total of 30 minutes. Members of the public who participate in public comment are reminded that they can speak to any item on the agenda or a matter within the jurisdiction of the Board of Police Commissioners. Public comment is your opportunity to address the board, so you're free to express your opinion on matters before the board and to generally express when you disagree with other opinions expressed. However, directing your comments to other individuals who have spoken or attacking others who have expressed their opinions shall be deemed off topic, and your public comment period will be concluded. Members of the public, if you choose to participate in the public comment portion of the agenda, you can participate in this meeting in a number of ways outlined on the agenda. Message for those attending the meeting in person. These meetings are regular meetings between the board, the department, and key stakeholders. Meetings of the Board of Police Commissioners are open to the public. The state's Ralph M. Brown Act affords the public the opportunity to present at the meetings, hear the presentations and dialogue in real time, and provide feedback via the public comment period. During these meetings, there's a need for the board to carry out the public business expeditiously without delays or disruptions. Members of the audience shall not engage in any conduct which causes an actual disruption of the meeting. Those attending in person are reminded that disruptive behavior will be cause for removal. If you disrupt this meeting, you will be provided with only one warning to cease disruptive behavior. If you fail to cease such behavior, you will be removed from the meeting. All attendees must be seated. Failure to follow this rule will result in a warning and/or removal from the meeting. At this time, we'll move to public comment. Madam Secretary, is there any public comment on the closed session matter for today?
Yes, sir. Over Zoom, we have our first speaker, Zoom user. Zoom user, you're on. Okay, we'll move on to the next speaker, Mo.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yes, you have 1 minute.
Thank you so much. Before the minute starts, though, point of clarification. So we can only speak on the agenda item?
That is correct. You can
Thank
only
you.
speak on the closed session item.
Thank you very much. So as my closed session item, agenda item, I would like to discuss the new IG that will be either being voted on or presented. And I would like to know, first of all, we don't have names really to talk about, but in general, the person is not a biased or a safe-pointed person, somebody that would be affected by influence, let's say, of a cult or a high control group such as Scientology, and we would like for you to keep that in mind. I know that Zoom user just texted me and said that she was cut off by accident, so if you could ask her to retry, that would be a wonderful thing. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you.
We'll go back to Zoom user.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, you have
Okay.
1 minute.
Thank you. Yes, I'm here also to say that we're asking for the new IG to please be neutral and fair and to listen to the anti-Scientology protest as well, because Scientology has a lot of influence in LAPD. They're high-level people that sit on your CPABs. They've had a lot of influence for many years. But there's a lot of victims of Scientology that want to be heard, and they're not being heard because of all this, what they call safe pointing. That's the L. Ron Hubbard term. And so we are just asking that you be mindful, to be fair, and we're asking the same of the chief. We've been asking this for a long time. Please be considerate and please be willing to listen and to hear and to make sure that there's nobody that is just either a Scientologist or somebody that's so pro-Scientology that it would crush the ability for anyone to listen to what the victims have to say, because there are serious victims of sex abuse and all kinds of abuse. And
Okay, thank you. Next, we have Gigi's phone.
Can you hear me?
Hi, yes, you have 1 minute.
Okay, so it's very difficult for me to figure out what to say because there's not much information with it being a closed item. But I want to echo what Audit and Mona had just said. We need someone that is going to be non-biased, neutral, someone that's not going to take sides, someone that's going to listen to both sides. We need someone that's not going to be a member of an organization, any organization that may bias them in any way. We need someone that's going to, you know, pay attention to follow the rules exactly. You know, not follow emotions, not follow influence. We need someone that's going to do a legitimate job by the book and be neutral and non-biased. Thank you. I yield my time.
Okay, thank you. Mr. President, that was our final speaker.
Thank you very much. The commission will now recess into closed session. Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. At least we got it on record, right? I'm going to close out of that Zoom. Leave the Zoom, leave the webinar, close it up. I know, I got caught off on trying to make sure that they went back to audit, and she's so much more eloquent with words than I am, and so is Ganja. Ganja, great job. Great job, Missy Sue. Great job. Let's go to oops. Is MD Media live, or was he live? He is not live now. Whoops, whoopsie. Heavy fingers. Court. Okay, I see. 18 minutes ago he got into court. We'll watch to see if he ends up coming back on. If not, we can chat. Yeah, I'll wait for the live to pop in if they do. I'm thinking it's probably not going to be a very quick session this morning for them. Yeah, Ganja girl, thanks. That was perfect. That was exactly what you needed to say. And I'm glad you and Audit take up for my slack sometimes. Blah, 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 blah. Biased IG, bad. Equitable IG, good. I think I have too many tabs open, you guys. Let's get rid of some of these tabs. I have got the grossness coming in here. Let me see. We're way too early to get signed into here. But let's look and see what's on the agenda anyways. We have blah and blah, 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 blah. So we have career development certificates. Oh, I hope they don't make us do the certificates, the presentations first. Holy shit, there's a lot of people to get presentations. Oh, they're not really gonna make us, are they? Then we have 1 agenda items, 2 agenda, 3, 6 agenda items. Proposed program, element installation and site preparation locations, sidewalk and transit amenities program. I mean, I love seeing people get certificates, but no, a lot of times they make us wait till after the presentation. Good morning, Amanda. There was a Jane Doe hearing yesterday, and I did look it up, and it was continued until March 20th. That was the Jane Doe versus Gavin Potter. We all were At least we got our thoughts on record. That's all, what do they call us, gadflies? We can be gadflies. Right, and in the past, they've made us wait because they want to get the certificate holders done and over with before public comment. So they don't have to listen to public comment if there's anything negative. But there's 30 some of them, and I'm hoping they don't make us wait. Or we're gonna have a long stream. No more child brides, exactly, Amanda. Yeah, I'm a proud gadfly too. A proud PETA. Yeah, and yesterday was a it was a trial setting. They want to be like city council. No call-ins? Probably. That's just BS that they're not having call-ins for city council anymore. And of course, they don't have the Zoom, they just had the phone, but still. Nothing like making public participation not very public. And that should be something that maybe the Disability Council should work on, audit. is that they are inhibiting ways people can participate in public comment by taking away the phone option or the Zoom option. And legally, you can't lessen accessibility, but they probably don't even think of it as an accessible feature. But legally, you can't go back in steps. Once you make something accessible, you can't reverse it. So like if you had 2 bathroom stalls that were accessible in a bathroom, in a public bathroom, and you were going to remodel it, you can't then take it only back to 1. You still have to keep those 2. Reasonable does belong in the Brown Act, yep. You're right, Peter. So you can't reduce accessibility. So I don't know how they're getting away with it, but obviously somebody hasn't poked their head in and said anything about it. But maybe it could be a call-in complaint to the Disability Commission. Oh, it doesn't belong. I guess I'm not getting the point then, Peter. Yeah, there's a lot of states that don't have what you guys call the Brown Act. A lot of states have meeting. Daniel Gus was waiting for his turn to give public comment. I'm just going to kind of paraphrase Audit. And he was sitting out in the hallway because he was in pain. And they announced, usually they announce in City Hall, the lineup of speakers. Audit LA, Goat Puppet, F-Bomb Guy. And so you know in order to line up. And the other day, yesterday I believe it was, or whenever Audit was there, they said, okay, if you're wanting to speak, everybody line up. And he was out in the hallway because he was waiting for his name to be called. He didn't hear that announcement. And so he just sat there waiting and didn't know that he was supposed to go line up. And so his name was never called. He didn't get to speak and they closed public comment. So he made a fuss because he happens to be a person with a disability. He was sitting out in the hallway and he made a fuss, and it ended up that he was hurt by, oh, thank you. Hi, Sally. So he was hurt by the police or the security. Thank you, Wendy. Hi, Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs. Hi, Sally Boyer. So they ended up hurting his foot, and then he asked for an ambulance. The ambulance didn't come because all the ambulances were busy or something like that. And so they told him to call an Uber. It was kind of crazy. Oh, an aide hurt him. Yeah, the president's staff. Yeah, it sounds like a nice little lawsuit. Hey, YRB, good morning. So yeah, that's what happened with that person the other day. But I mean, you can't just change things up from the way they've been doing it forever and ever and amen, and all of a sudden make one little announcement and all of a sudden everybody's supposed to know. They should have made an accommodation and said, oops, we screwed up, let him speak. But instead, he got tackled and hurt. Which is just not a good thing. Yeah, I think he has been a speaker against Karen Bass in the past. Ah, just been on a beautiful drive with Wendy through Tennessee and Georgia. Well, he's taking his snow down there with him because they said that it's going to snow down there. So he's taking all those snow clouds with him. So besides the fact that they gave him a physical injury, they stomped on his, not only his foot, but his First Amendment rights. I wonder why Braille Guy doesn't go to the disability meeting. Well, you can thank Windy City for that, Mandy Me. He's bringing it with him. Take it away from here. I think so. I have not heard where he is moving. Of course, I haven't really asked. I got Snorri McSnorebutt laying by me. Hey, good morning, guys. To see. Oh, I'm so jealous, Mandy Me. 65 sounds nice. Snitches get stitches. That's funny, Kathy. Ah, Snorri McSnorri. Yeah, he's a snore job. He usually is not my Snorri. She usually is. Yeah, there's only a couple of things on the agenda audit. The only one that I can see that really relates to us is one, unless it's contract management, which YRB usually tackles them. We don't want to ruin our nice, peaceful meetings. Somebody's chasing rabbits in his dreams. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we've got the Solomon case today. This is the last of this. That was a beautiful stream that DOA did for Jenna earlier. That was a beautiful stream and very thoughtful. Right? I was going to say that YRB, but I thought, no, maybe they went back and changed them. Hey, Nanya Business. I always love saying that name. It was poignant. It was classy because, I mean, Jenna is and was and is she was a Scientologist. Hey, Kirby's mom. And she had some really tough things that she did as a Scientologist. But we all have room for redemption. We all have room for improvement in our lives. We all have room, and we're all worthy of love. She had taken, just a little bit of what happened is she had taken her videos down, and there were thousands of comments underneath there in support of her, showing her love, showing her care, showing her support. And when she took the video down, all of those comments went down, and somebody had recorded all of those comments before she had taken them down. So he replayed the comments with some beautiful tribute songs to her. Just showing her how much that she was, even if she took those videos down, she has a lot of love and support from the community. And for as much as they've butted heads in the past, he wanted to remind her of the love and support that she still has in this community. Yeah, she has them on her community page. And that's what they made the tract to. It was very touching. You know, we talk about it all the time in the mornings, that people that grew up in Scientology, man, they went through some shit. Hey, Susan P. Sorry to say shit just as you came on. I'm sorry. But they've been through some rough times. And all of them grew up, hey Judy, thinking they didn't deserve to be loved unless they did something. And that is so wrong. Unconditional love means unconditional, means you are loved. Well, I hope you did get your hair done, Judy. It's okay to be late. Have somebody do your hair, wash your hair, cut and style it. That is fun. That to me is relaxing, to have somebody brush your hair. That sounds kind of odd, but I love having my hair brushed. Well, should we see if they've popped it up yet? I don't think they probably have, but let's see. We'll at least put it on here, and we will know if we'll put it on at least the join from the browser. Zoom being Zoom. Nope, it's not on yet, so. Zoomies today. Yeah, Mandy, that's kind of what I thought too, is that it doesn't matter what differences you've had in the past. You're still worthy to love and be loved. It is only 9:30 in LA, Sally. Of course you do, Judy. So an email for the Bureau of Engineering, that I bet you audit would have it. I believe DOA has a huge heart. I completely believe that. Well, I'm glad that he's being transparent. Was it an old 70s pink van? That's funny, Kathy. I don't care. I don't take anything the wrong way. Kathy, I can tell you truly, the times I've been really, truly mad, I could probably count on a couple of fingers. I don't get mad. Frustrated, bummed, disappointed, but never mad. But that is funny. You should have taken a picture. Nice, Judy. That's definitely a nice thing to be able to do. I know people think going to the hairdresser or getting styles done or getting massages are uppity, but they're not. Ah, yeah. Just those of us that have watched this all unfold just kind of knows there's probably ulterior motives behind it, but who knows? Okay, Kathy. You're right. It's not just an uppity thing, it is its self-love. It always cracks me up when somebody says, "Well, you think I look at your page? Why didn't you email me?" Well, dude, the phone goes both ways. Dude, email goes both ways. Just because you think you have a bigger channel than mine doesn't mean that you're on an upper echelon, dude. We all put our pants on the same way, dude. That's my persnippety. Let me see if I can find it. I don't have it to where I just have it normally, but Los Angeles Borough, BOE, Borough of Engineering. Um, Oops, that's not what I wanted. Is this it? For the permits? There's a customer service request. I don't see an email either. That's the customer service request. I don't see it either. Oh, the meeting link. That's what I get for not looking at the page while I'm. Oh, copy link. Oh, you betcha, Miriam. Paste. Who gave me that attitude? Oh, a few people have been giving me that attitude. There's the meeting link for anybody that wants to join in. Oop, they are turning it on. That's okay, Miriam. It was just, I was thinking of the BOE because she had just asked about it. I have talked with Mr. Poe, and he is doing okay. And he is enjoying his new employment, and he is doing okay. I don't care what anybody says, and anybody can throw whatever they want at me. John Poe and Sir Crepitus are both honorable gentlemen, and I'm never going to say anything different because I know them. I know John Poe personally. Thank you for asking, Peter. Hey, Audit, are you still on here? Did you get that letter I sent you yesterday? You're welcome, Peter. Hi, Cece. No, thank you, Cece. Much love to you, too. Hearts back at ya. Okay, Board of Public Works. Where are ya? Still not up on the Zoom. Hey, Traveltology, welcome back. I don't know, Ganja. I'm hoping not. I hope they'll be nice because we've been nice, and hopefully, okay, I'm sorry, but I hope F-bomb's not there, because if F-bomb's not there, maybe they'll let us go first since we're all nice. If not, we're gonna have to wait for all of them to get certificates and take pictures. Mersey notes the mayor puts their name in for the boards and commissions, but when she appoints them, I'm sure you have time to give public comment. Yeah, usually they're on Zoom by now, and I can't believe that they're not. Mostly nice, yeah. Ganja said a few bad words the other day, though. That's okay, they deserved it. Oh, but we gotta pick on Ganja. So you don't really get a choice of who, yeah, I know. It kind of set the bar, didn't it? No, she's online here, Amanda. I'm pretty sure she's on Zoom. And then later she can take mine and take this one and feed it into her own so that way she has it on her own comment page. But I am shocked that they're not on yet. Might as well just raise my hand now. Nope, that's okay. This one's not a special meeting. This is the normal Board of Public Works. Because she is the gatekeeper, TN Treasure Finder. She is the gatekeeper for those on the boards. Just the same as the president is for his cabinet members and the governor is for his boards and commissions. That is standard. Yeah, the special meeting was the previous meeting. Correct. Okay, we're on the app, so it should be popping in. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry, Amanda. We we just rolled right into this one too. That was for the special meeting, and it was for the closed session of promoting the new IG. And I just didn't change the thumbnail because I probably should have put both of them on there. Sorry. My Zoom came in before the web browser one did, Audit. Yeah, right. He's so on time. Audit, when they come in, tell me which one is Mitchell.
Struggling to get started on your book?
There you go, Amanda. I changed it. It's not pretty, but it's there. I'm up to 70 cc. I could sure use some more. Okay. Thank you, Ganja Girl. Yeah, I can't believe, I don't know. That's strange, isn't it, Audit? Obviously, TJ's not there. Yeah, that would be funny, Ganja. That's okay, Amanda. I probably needed to do that to begin with. I was just too lazy or in too much of a hurry when I decided to pop into the LAPD Commission meeting. I shouldn't be so lazy. Here, we'll say hi to him. I feel like mine keeps freezing. Yep, it did freeze, didn't it? Thank you for mentioning that. We'll blame it on Elon Musk. It's okay, I need to leave the computer audio. Right, Ganja Girl, it does. Okay, everybody cross their fingers that they don't make us wait for 44 people. And my hand's still raised on there. Just they are definitely late. It'd be like them pulling people out of the clowns out of the Volkswagen, and another one, and another one. Yeah, they do. I haven't seen anybody playing around with the mics. Well, there's 44 people to get certificates, Kiara.
Test 1, 2, 3. Good morning to our attendees who are here in the Board of Public Works hearing room. If there's any member of the public wishes to offer commentary on any of our items or public comment, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. And good morning as well to our attendees joining us on the virtual platform. I see a number of hands raised, and I'm going to go ahead and go through the hands that are raised. If you would please identify which item you'd like to speak on, as well as your name. I will record your information for the record and call it out when we reach your item. And I'm going to go right down the list, starting with Haggis. Haggis.
Hi, here. Public comment, please.
Thank you. Marjam. 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 Mona M.
Good morning, TJ. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Public comment, please.
Thank you, Mona. Zoom user. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Audit LA. I would like to speak on public comment and all items, please.
Very well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm here. Public comment, please.
Yes, I have you, Marjam. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not get you done. You want public comment. Sorry about that. Got you.
Yes.
Thank you. Gigi.
Yes, public comment.
Thank you, Gigi. Barbara Brody. And please note, Barbara, I did receive your Google comment that you submitted on item number 1, and it was distributed to all commissioners. Good morning, Barbara.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I just sent a correction. I noticed some errors. I'm here to speak on item number 1 for West Side Neighborhood Council.
Thank you, Barbara. Yvonne. Yvonne. If there are any additional hands raised, additional members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our agendized items this morning or public comment, please raise your hand at this time. I'll call upon you and ask which item you'd like to speak on. Let me make one more attempt to ask Yvonne, which if I can receive your audio input to see which item you'd like to speak on. And it looks like Yvonne has left. So should you rejoin, I will again ask you if you would like to offer commentary on today's items.
Right, Mandy, me, he is. He's kind of getting used to all of us. So he keeps calling audit Zoom user. And at some point, he's going to learn Miriam's name. We should all say bye at the end of our comment.
Recording in
President
progress.
Corson, we are now in record mode.
Thank you. Welcome to the Board of Public Works meeting for Friday, January 17th. Before we get started, some minor housekeeping. We're going to continue item number 1 for 30 days. We're going to take items 2, 3, and 4 together with the same presentation. And we're going to continue item number 5 until April 11th. And Mr. Knight, if you'd like to take roll and establish quorum for us, please.
Yes, very well, President Carson. So let me just ask for clarification on the continuance of item number 1 for 30 days would put us to Monday, February 17th. Let me double check. On that date.
That's a holiday, so why don't we do Friday, February 21st?
Very well, thank you. And we will go ahead and establish a quorum and take roll. Good morning, President Corson, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Kang, and Commissioner Mitchell are all present. We do have a quorum. We're adjourned by City Attorney Representative Adina Hopenstand. I'm TJ Knight, Acting Executive Officer. President Corson, we have 5 speaker cards under public comment. We have 1 multiple item agenda commentary and 1 public speaker under item number 1. We have no neighborhood council commentary this morning.
Thank you. Mr. Knight, before we get started with public comment, because I know at least one of our general public commenters would want to hear this part first. Today is your last official meeting, I believe, as our acting executive officer. You will not be facilitating meetings next week. So we got you a certificate in honor to recognize you for all the work you've done in filling in and stepping up and doing an incredible job to help us keep going, onboarding commissioners, really been a rock star. So before we get the official meeting started, we'll do a photo, but any other commissioners, if there's anything you'd like to add on the record for Mr. Knight. Vice President Chavez.
Yes, also wanted to echo our president's comments. I know personally, you always handled everything with aplomb, no matter what challenge came before you. And we really just appreciate just your gentle demeanor and your really helpful sort of just onboarding of us as we came on board. So we really appreciate everything, and we'll continue. And this is not goodbye. We're happy to continue working with you and supporting all of the board activities. So thank you again.
President Pro Tem Grant.
I would echo what Commissioner Chavez said, that you have a calm hand on the steering wheel and navigated both this board as well as, I think, all of us newbies to a certain extent. And it was, I know when I was overwhelmed by much of the stuff, it was your demeanor and your reassurance that things will slowly fall into place. They haven't quite yet fallen into place completely for me, but it's assisted me in terms of being able to go forward. And I really do appreciate that. And similarly has made me yearn to get back on my bicycle and bike again.
Commissioner King.
So TJ, thank you. Want to echo what all of my colleagues have said earlier. It's been a little over 2 months for many of us here, and you've been our steady hand, and really appreciate all the insight, all the guidance that you've provided to all of us, and look forward to working with you as always.
TJ, you have been a mensch. You've been a jewel. I concur with everything that has been said heretofore, and whatever President Corsan is going to say after. You have been assisting us even before we got to the board, before we even got confirmed, probably even before we went to the Plum Committee. So I want to personally thank you for everything you've done with regard to the board operations in the capacity as acting executive officer. And thank you for your service. And I look forward to continue to work with you.
Thank you, everyone. TJ, before I say, do you have any you'd like to share any comments? I asked him earlier this week if he was facilitating any meetings next week, and he said no, this was going to be it before next week. And I didn't tell him because he's a very humble person, and you can see this is the first time I've seen him turn so red, because he would have swapped out and not facilitated this meeting if he knew we were going to do this.
That's probably accurate, President Corson. So, you know, I wasn't expecting this. This is a great surprise. Thank you so much for your kind words, everyone. All of the new commissioners and President Corsand and City Attorney have all, you know, been here as I've been educated, and I've learned this role, and it's been a pleasure working with all of you. So thank you. I appreciate it.
So to the members of the public, we'll take a brief 3 or 5 minute break. We'll take a photo, and then we'll come back to officially start with public comment.
Recording stopped.
Okay, they're gonna do cheese time. That gives me a chance to run in and tinkle. Sorry guys, I'll be right back, I promise. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Joseph.
Recording in progress.
We're back in record mode, President Corson.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We'll proceed to general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board, public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. The board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period. And we have on hand with us today our city attorney, Adina Hoppenstand, We will ensure you stay on topic and within time. Mr. Knight.
Very well, President Corson. We'll go ahead and start with public comment, starting first with Haggis, followed by Merjam. Haggis.
Thanks, TJ, and congratulations on whatever comes your way. I'd like to say, how does an organization such as Scientology, who ignores the city notices to remove rose bushes and planters, continue to receive permits for events and street closures? I'm pretty sure one of us common folk would not be allowed to do such a thing. I would like at this time to formally request a CPRA be submitted for the notice advising the closure of the Streets LA website. We used to be able to read the entire permit on the website, and we can't do that any longer. So I would like to formally request a CPRA for the memo to shut that down. I also find it disgusting that in a natural disaster, the Church of Scientology is using their front group as a fake charity, the volunteer ministers, to try and recruit and steal the supplies from donation centers.
That's 60
Thank you.
Thank you. Haggis, if I could ask you to please go ahead and email me your CPRA request so I don't write down your verbal CPRA request incorrectly. My email address, is that possible?
Absolutely.
Excellent. My email address is tj.knight, KNIGHT, @lacity.org. Thank you. And we'll move next to Merjam, followed by Mona M.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Good. First of all, I'm sorry to hear you leave. However, I still need to be pressing on this matter regarding the illegal planters on Elvin Hubbard Way and Catalina, and why nothing is being done to it. We were attending yesterday the LA Board of Disability, and they were less than impressed about the actions you have been taking on this matter. So whoever it was that said that they were hopping on the bike and learning to cycle again, I suggest they take a lap at Elvin Hubbard Way and Catalina and see how that goes. Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Thank you, Merjam. We'll move next to Mona M. Go ahead.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. And hello again, board. It's me, Mona. And I think I've been coming to these meetings way longer than most of you commissioners. And so, TJ, it feels like that we're losing part of our family. Sorry to have to see you go. I'm hoping that you do go along to better areas of the city. The meetings that I've been attending is because of these damn planners. Make them go away, and I will go away, and I won't be part of your family anymore. So these planners are against city, state, and federal violations. The code specifically says they need to be ADA compliant. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you, Mona. We'll move next to Zoom user, followed by Gigi.
Good morning. I hate to see you go, Mr. Knight. You are an elegant, classy, and hardworking individual. And yes, it does start to feel like family, even though it's a dysfunctional family. It also feels like an episode or a runoff of Parks and Rec, which, can we get it? We don't have to keep doing this. It's so simple. Even if you don't remove the planters, get them ADA compliant. I mean, we did go to the Board of Disability. They were very receptive. I'm hoping that they will bend your ear on the fact that you're not allowed to continue allowing the Church of Scientology to be ADA non-compliant and breaking federal laws. I hope this will get resolved shortly. And as far as everything else, TJ, I wish you well. Like, none of this is personal. You're an excellent executive officer, but I wish you would get these guys in line, but I guess you have in some level. And thank you.
That's 60 seconds. Thank you. And we'll move next to Gigi, followed by Barbara Brody.
I don't mean to be
Gigi,
laughing. You
go
guys.
ahead. You should be receiving a pop-up asking you to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm saddened to hear that Mr. Knight's not going to be with us anymore for these meetings because it's taken us so long about these planners. I feel like we're going to end up being here for a long time, you know, in the future, and it's going to be different without him. But like the others mentioned, we went to the disability meeting yesterday, and their response to this is totally different than what you guys are doing. They listened, they were taking notes, and they were asking for follow-up information. You know, like they care about this issue. If you take Scientology out of the issue and just look at it as an ADA noncompliance, if it was some other organization, those planners would be gone. So can you please just do your job so we can be gone? I know there's bigger things to do, but just get this small thing done. And it is a bigger issue because the mayor doesn't want this to go bad and she wants it to go away. So just take care of it.
Thank you. That's 60 seconds. And we'll move next to Barbara Broad. And then I will ask the additional hands raised if they would like to have her public comment. Go ahead, Barbara.
Thank you. I would like to join those in thanking you, Mr. Knight, for your help and support and guidance as the acting executive officer. You did a great job. I would like to know, and this is a question for the board really, what opportunities the public has or neighborhood council representatives have to meet with board members or commissioners before items are placed on the agenda. We know that staff has an opportunity to orient you, but sometimes it feels as though a public perspective might be useful and that a minute or 2 minutes isn't enough to do that. So there's a little confusion on our part as to what's appropriate, what kinds of contacts can be had with commissioners. And it would be great to have some guidance on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. And I do see 2 additional hands raised. President Corson, if you would like, I can see if they wish to offer public comment.
Yes.
Starting with Yvonne. Yvonne, do you wish to offer public comment or commentary on any of our items this morning? And we're not hearing your audio.
Yes,
Go ahead.
You didn't give me an unmute before, or it comes through slow to me. So please, in the future, make that note. But Vice President Chavez was the only one on Wednesday to not approve the minutes as presented for approval, the December 16th minutes. And I'm going to presume that's because it still contained the offensive phrase that no public comment was received. The remainder of the board passed those minutes, and they are now complicit with the knowledge that they have falsified or committed a fraud or lied in a public document because public comments were received on the December 16th minutes. You have an opportunity to rescind those minutes and make the correction, and I encourage you to do so. Thank you, Ms. Chavez, for voting what I believe is an appropriate vote. Also, I'd like to comment and
That's 60
award.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. And I do see an additional hand raised. Call-in user 1. Would you like to offer a public comment this morning?
General public comment, please.
Go ahead. You have 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Thank you. 2 issues. Mr. Knight, I want to thank you. I'm going to go back to pandemic days. As this entity transitioned to Zoom, some of the most comical instances were taking place, but yet through it, audio issues and things that were driving people crazy. I want to thank you. You're calm, and just watching you transition and take care to determine the issues that were causing the problems, to facilitate the meetings. Thank you. You will be missed. Second, as the city goes into a transition to rebuilding and staff is going to be moved, all the issues that take place, please consider prioritizing such things as sidewalks in front of nursing homes, senior centers, medical offices, and hospitals. Those need to be available for smooth mobility to visit those spaces. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. And that concludes public commentary on today's agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. And Mr. Knight will continue to be our Assistant Executive Officer going forward. He had just been filling in as our acting executive officer for over a year, I believe. We'll continue now to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item for a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item. Mr. Knight.
Thank you, President Corson. And we have Zoom user. Zoom user, you have 60 seconds per item for a total of 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you. Again, we'll be sad to see you go, Mr. Knight. Okay, let's talk about the water. We knew that was going to come up. I've been saying for a long time now, like, why are you guys rushing in and pushing in all this water agenda? And I guess now that we learned through a disaster.
Please make your comments to the agenda items.
Yeah, I am, Ms. Happenstand. I am. Stop interrupting me. Okay, it's about water, right, and reclamation. That's what I'm talking about. It's about reclamation. Hyperion. Isn't that about water? Or I mean, I'm not an engineer, so maybe I'm wrong. But I thought Hyperion is about reclamation of water. Okay, and the point being, what I'm making is that we have not done water reclamation like we should have been doing for years, if not decades, since we're in a desert. Okay, and that the current fire, which no one wants to talk about, I guess, on the board, which I understand, because yes, it's not going to be these new ones, but the ones from previously failed us with the water, with Hyperion, okay, with water reclamation. Our water drains to the ocean. Is that on topic, Ms. Happenstand?
No,
Okay,
the items
it
have to
is.
do with natural
Okay,
gas.
it has to do with Hyperion, right? The money. Now they want to put the money into it. All right, now they want to add $7 million to their budget. Why now? Why not 5 years ago? Okay, I am on topic. You don't decide. I mean, I'm talking about water reclamation, Hyperion. I get to say what I want to say about it, even if it's unpopular and you don't want to hear it, Miss Happenstand. Okay, and then now when Bureau of Street Services, I want to know if Scientology is going for the street closure, permanent street closure of L. Ron Hubbard Way. If so, we are against. I am absolutely against it. It leads to a hospital. It is a public street. The public has a right to use that street. And just because
the agenda, please keep
it's the last one, number 6, okay, about reports from BSS. I don't get to talk after to know what they're talking about. So I get this addressing BSS, okay? And doesn't BSS and don't they deal with street vacations, or am I wrong? I believe I'm correct. And I am just saying I don't want any street vacations at all. I don't want planters that are not ADA compliant. Okay, I'm off topic there. You got me. But the street vacation is BSS. No, actually, no, the planters are too. I'm not off topic. I want the planters gone. I want them ADA compliant. I want you to, and Miss Happenstance, why aren't you directing them to follow the law with the ADA laws? Why aren't you telling them to do that? Why are you telling me to shut up about water being on topic, but not telling them that,
That's 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put you on mute. And that concludes multiple item agenda comment this morning, President Corson.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. That will close multiple agenda item public comment for today's meeting. We've continued item number 1. We will take up the minutes from lost my place.
The webinar. We can watch it if we want. I'm taking it off comments because they're going to go to the certificates and the agenda items. Good job, Audit. Nice. She has no right to tell you off topic. It was about the propane and the natural gas rather than the water, but that's okay. It's all part of it, right? Good job on it. I love you, girl. And they are disrespectful. They are so disrespectful compared to other commissions around the world, around the country. Yeah, definitely. You cracked me up. Oh, don't tell me I'm off topic. Oh, right, Prairie Bees. Great job on it. That's the reclamation project. You're right. Oh, too funny. Assertive. We'll just call that assertive. We didn't use the F word. Oh yeah, thank you guys. And great job, YRB. I'd be really surprised if they did anything about the minutes, but that's yeah, good luck with that, Joseph. They're not going to do that. And I know audits called them out on that quite a few times. I want my time back. I want my time back. But they could give a rat's ass, really. They do. They hate the truth. Absolutely. The minutes were on point. And I know Yvonne was going to say that, and I should have said something too in support of it. But sometimes a minute goes by just way too quick. Everyone did great. Thank you, Audit. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Ganja. Thank you, Haggis. Thanks for calling in, Haggis. Right, Judy? But it's I think this is one of the only commissions that gets paid. Oh, yeah, you're right. They didn't ask her what topic she wanted to speak on. You're right, they didn't. Yeah, besides city council, yeah. We need to get somebody on one of these official boards. Audit, you can be volunteer tribute. Yeah, it's a wonder he got voted in, Joseph. It's amazing how much people don't like him. He must have been one hell of a schmoozer to get him to get into that position to begin with. Yeah, I wonder if there's any openings on the disability board. Before Hugo. Are they done with their meeting? Huh. Well, they didn't do 44 certificates. I didn't hear what they were doing. So, oh well. Let's see, is MD Media back live yet? No, they must still be in court. Oh, I don't know, Audit. I don't know about that. I think she may. I mean, you have a good head on your shoulders. Of course, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're not the right flavor. Kelly is live? Okay. Well, maybe let's do a room raid on Kelly. Let me find her. The Intuitive Inquirer.
Basically, it's a little communication problem I have. Oh, for gosh sake.
I don't know how long she's going to be live, but yeah, I know, and honestly, I think he might have been the hurdle that we're going to get rid of, but we're going to have hopes. So go do a room raid on Kelly, you guys. I'm going to go get some lunch. It's almost 2 o'clock here. Much love to you all. Thank you for joining me for the meetings today. I appreciate it. Thanks for today, you guys.